Happy National Sugar Cookie Day, M-Souls! Let's celebrate with a Riddle Me for a Recipe game. Riddle me this. What is a dolphin's favorite ingredient? Riddle 2. What do you get when you put cola in an oven? Riddle 3. This thing comes as a small grain, but it's not sugar or sand. It's often used when cooking, so that food doesn't taste so bland. What am I? Riddle number 4. When it comes to popcorn flavors, this is the one that some like most. It's a type of dairy product that you might spread upon your toast. What am I? Riddle number 5. I'm white and you rely upon me for daily use. You might stir me into tea or coffee or use me to make a batch of cookies. What am I? Riddle number 6. I'm a compound word following icing or confectioners, and you can use me to make glazes and frostings. What am I? Riddle 7. As the sayings go, I can be on one's face, or a good one, or golden when laid by a goose. What am I? Riddle number 8. I can be used to describe something that is plain, ordinary, unexciting, or unremarkable. Nevertheless, I smell and taste lovely. What am I? Riddle 9. I'm a compound word in front of words like bush, plum, cane, coat, and less. What am I? Do you know the answers to my riddles? Let's review. A dolphin's favorite ingredient is all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour. We're going to need 2 1/8 cups of all-purpose flour. What do you get when you put coal in an oven? You get baking soda. We're baking the soda. We're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. In riddle 3, it's a small grain, but it's not sugar. We're talking about fine salt, and we're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of fine salt. In riddle 4, it comes in a popcorn flavor that many people like. We're talking about butter. In this case, we need 1 cup of unsalted butter, and make sure that it softens to room temperature. In riddle 5, it's white, and you use me daily in your tea and coffee. It is granulated sugar, and it has to be specifically the granulated kind. It's 2/3 cup of granulated sugar. In riddle 6, a compound word following icing or confections. It's sugar. Icing sugar, confectioner sugar. And we're going to need 3/4 cups of powdered sugar. That's the superfine stuff. Riddle number 7. As the sayings go, you could be on one's face, good or golden, and that's an egg. We'll need 1 large egg for this recipe. And riddle 8, used to describe something that's plain, unexciting. I mean, it's really vanilla, but it still tastes lovely, and we're going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. In riddle 9, a compound word, and it's in front of bush, plum, cane. It's sugar. Sugar bush, sugar plum, sugar cane, sugar coat, and sugarless. And we're going to need, this is in addition to the other aforementioned granulated sugar, a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and it's set aside to roll the doughs in before we cook these sugar cookies. So you may ask, what does this make? Oops, I just gave it away. It's a recipe for perfectly soft sugar cookies. No need to dunk it in order to save your teeth when you bite in. And they're a really popular recipe from what I've noted. Here's how we put it together. You're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. And you're going to line 2 baking sheets with parchment paper and set them aside. In a medium bowl, sift together the flour, baking soda, and salt, and set that aside. Then in a mixture bowl, that is fitted with the paddle attachment. So the beater, you can beat the butter, granulated sugar, and powdered sugar together on a medium to low speed until it's fluffy. That will take about 4 minutes. And beat in the egg and vanilla extract into this mixture just until it's just combined. Don't overbeat it. And now you're going to add that flour mixture that you had put aside into this and keep combining it in the blender, but don't over mix it. Just be sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl with a rubber spatula to make sure that all of these ingredients keep becoming incorporated into this main batter. Add any of the other dry ingredients. Again, don't over mix the dough because that could make the cookies tougher. And we're going for a soft, chewy kind of sugar cookie today. When we bake it, we can shape the dough into balls and roll it in the granulated sugar that you set aside. And this adds another delicious layer to the cookie because as you cook the dough, this sugar will melt and become a glaze on top. It's very pretty. And you're going to bake at 350 degrees, etc. for 10 to 11 minutes until the cookies just begin to brown on the edges, but the center is still soft. You don't want to overbake them. When you take them out, allow the cookies to cool on a baking sheet for 5 to 10 minutes, then gently transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. Store the cookies at room temperature in an airtight container for up to 3 days. They can also be frozen for up to 2 months. In the chef's tip, you could add a peppermint oil or orange juice into the batter when you're blending it just to give it a different scent and flavor, or you can sandwich some lovely in-season fresh strawberry jam between 2 cookies. That's the start of the empire cookie right there. Or put some Nutella and sandwich that up. Have fun with it. This is Venus Callida, heading you off your staycation foodie adventure in this National Sugar Cookie Day. Bon appetit, M souls!